più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Antoncino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Antoncino d'amor.
Hi everybody, Chico and Poppy show with Poppy here. Chico just got off the bus. He's in the other room. He's going to be coming in a little bit to help. I figured I was going to record one of Chico's favorite soups. I'm pretty good at making soups. When I had the different businesses, I was known for my soups. A lot of people would come and have the soups, have it as a meal with that and some bread. And I'm going to make today very, very easy recipe. You just need a little guidance on this. And this is the Italian chicken. Normally I do chicken pastine, but Chico likes the Alphebet, so I'm going to do Italian chicken Alphebet. And what I have is leftover chicken from a roast chicken yesterday. So instead of wasting that, I've cooked the bones off. I did about 4 cups, and you have to do it depending on the size of yours. I broke up the bones the best I could by hand, and then I put it in there and I filled it up with water, so it was for the most part covered. With me, I had a small chicken, so I have about 4 cups here. So it's going to be hard for me to give you exact. You have to kind of go with the size of your chicken. And then I use a chicken base, a nice chicken base. I don't like bouillon cubes. I go with a real chicken base. And when I have other chicken bones, I'll make my own base. But right now I don't have it, so I have a real nice chicken base here that I use. And you got to do that by taste too. I like it to be rich. There he is. I like the broth to be rich, so you got to make sure you use enough of this. Okay, so I got the bones cooking off here now. We're gonna strain this so we can get the broth on one side and then the bones on the other, because there's still meat on these bones that I want to pull off. And then I've chopped up over here some carrot, celery, and onion. That's called a mirepoix. And that's the 3 there like that. And when I did the celery, when I was chopping up the celery, I used the greens here of the celery, which makes it's really nice in the soup. I use parsley as well, but this is really nice. Okay, so what we're going to do here, I'm going to take the broth here with the bones that I've been cooking for about 45 minutes or so, and we're going to just put it over here and strain it like that. And when this cools off, I'm going to pull the meat off of these bones so that we have a little bit of meat. I have a little meat that we didn't finish, that I didn't put in this. I left it off to the side. Okay? Super hot, huh, Chico? Mm-hmm. All right, so now we got our broth, and we got the bones on the other side. So now we can bring the broth back in here. Bish. There, now we have our broth, and this is a very small amount for me. I probably won't need all the celery, carrots, and onions, and that's the thing about it. You do it by eye. And the first thing I want to do is make sure that our broth is strong enough. If it's not, you want a little more base. It's all about the base. Now see, that's a little strong, so I can add a little more water to this. Sometimes when you cook it down, it gets strong, so you have to taste it. Make sure you get that just right. All about the base, huh?
My turn.
Kind of hot here. Let me taste it first. That tastes good. Get another spoon. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this on high. Give it a taste. Broth tastes good, right? Okay, let me get in here. And we're going to add our celery, carrots, and onions. And you got to do it by eye. You know what you can do here too? If you thicken this up a little bit, instead of doing soup, if you thicken it up, you can and add potatoes. You can have pot pies. There's our carrots. We'll do some celery here. That's about it for that, and just do it by eye. And the onions. Okay, I'm going to add all the celery here the leaves. I don't like to use salt. I don't use salt in too much of anything. especially with this because your base has a lot of salt in it. So don't try to avoid using the salt. It's not good for you anyways. And Parmesan cheese. That's going to give your broth lots of flavor, and a lot of people don't think to use that, but you really need to. And what I did with the Alphebets, with the pasta, the pastines there, is I've cooked them ahead of time. A lot of times people will put the pasta in, and then it cooks, and then it overcooks, and then it makes, all of a sudden you have a big thick soup. And if you do the pasta on the side and then fix each bowl, it's something that I did when I had the restaurants. And it's just a safer way. You won't have super thick soup and not enough broth. And this is going to need just a little bit more water in it. Because I'm doing that, I'm going to give it another spoonful of that base. And now we're going to put this on high, and we're going to cook until our vegetables get tender.
Okay.
All right, so guys, I got the soup with the celery, carrots, and onion. Been cooking in here for about a half an hour on like about a medium. And the best way to know when it's done is you take one of those little carrots out and you try it. And these are right now, they're kind of soft.
And I'm not going to come back because I want to go catch them on Fortnite. So.
Fortnite, okay. You have fun on Fortnite. I told you that I did the Alphebets ahead of time because I don't like to end up having this too thick. And what I did is when the bones cooled off, I pulled the meat off of them, and you look at how much meat I got from a little tiny chicken. And what happens is a lot of people throw that away. And this was a great thing that I would do in the restaurants, because not only would I make an awesome soup, and I felt that nobody ever made a good soup. You go to these restaurants and stuff, and they don't have any flavor in it. Their broth is just blah. And it doesn't have to be that way. Soup, I took a lot of pride in the soup when I made it. And what happens is you have a lot of leftovers like this, and this is straight profit when you had soups in the restaurant and stuff. But lots of meat here like this. I'm probably not even going to have enough room in this pan right now to put all this meat. I mean, I can put some in there right now like this. But I've already added, I told you, some Parmesan cheese, a little bit of parsley. You got the celery, carrots, and onions. I do a little bit of pepper, but I don't want to make it too strong for the family. And I've already made this. So now that everything is done, I put it together the same way I would do it in the restaurants, and that way it's a safer way. So you already have all your pasta here, my Alphebets, and I do the Alphabet in here first. You do the pasta in here first, and you can do this at home with each person. They can fix the plate any way they want it. So now you got the pasta there like that, and then you grab your broth. And remember, the Parmesan cheese is what makes your broth different than other people's. All the flavor when you put that Parmesan cheese in there. So you can start by putting some bulk in there with the vegetables, you see? Get the vegetables in there, and then you put your broth. And try to do your pasta a little al dente. In Italian, that means to the tooth, I think. So it has to have a little bite to it, that's all. And there you go. And you can even put a little more Parmesan cheese on it like that. And you see there is an awesome soup. And it's soup that has flavor. And like I said, if you wanted to make this thick, you could do a slurry. You get a little flour and water, make what they call a slurry. You could thicken this up, and all you'd have to do is add some potatoes to this, and you could put a little cover on top, and you'd have yourself a pot pie. So here you go. Alphabet, Italian, chicken, Alphabet soup. Okay, till next time, we'll see you later. Ciao.
Non più avrai questi bei panacchini, quel cappello leggero galante, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante, quel vermiglio d'onesco color, quel vermiglio d'onesco color. avrai, quei pennacchini, quel cappello, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante.